We want you to tell us the answer.
The answer to what?
The ultimate question.
The answer to the ultimate question is... 42.
42?
Yes, I thought it over quite thoroughly. It is, it's 42. It would have been simpler, of course, to have known what the actual question was.
But it was the question. The ultimate question. Of everything.
That's not a question. Only when you know the question will you know what the answer means.
G'day guys, Ben here from Hunt the Night, and yeah, I hope you liked that little intro. A little bit relevant to today's discussion. Man, I'm investing some time into this. I just did this whole thing and pieced it together on my computer and realized it's actually a series of videos I think I've got to talk about, and not just one, because I don't think I got the information over correctly. So after this, there's going to be a few little bloopers. I made a few mistakes. Anyway, so what I wanted to chat to you guys today, and here's the trouble for me now. I've got the other video in my head, and I've got to try and do this video without thinking about the other video, because you guys haven't seen the other video. You know, I used to play a lot of poker, and there's this thing about when you're trying to bluff someone and you're trying to figure out if it's a bluff, and it's, I know what you're thinking, that you know what I'm thinking, that you know what, and you just talk yourself into things. And I'm doing a little bit of that now. Anyway, what I want to have a chat today, guys, is about how I talk to people about when they call me up and say, hey, Ben, I want to buy a thermal scope. Which one is best? I used to say 42, but no one really understood the Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy reference, and I'd spend more time trying to explain that. And that's not cool. And I usually break it down into three questions, and we're going to focus on two of those questions today. The three questions I ask are, what are you shooting? How far are you shooting? And what type of land or, you know, environment are you shooting in? Because they're really three things that are going to dictate, you know, what's going to steer you towards which one. And as part of that, the first one, the big one I really want to talk about today is what and how far. And we're going to really talk about rabbits and foxes, because most of my customers are either shooting rabbits or foxes, and most of you guys are probably shooting the same. Got a couple of pro roo shooters I work with and so on as well, but we'll focus on the foxes and rabbits. So I've got three different scopes here. I've got the Nitec MS42, I've got the IRO Ricoh RL42, and I've got a Pulsar Trail XP50. So you're talking about 4,000, 4,400, and about 8.5 grand, I think, retail on the Trail 2. That Trail 2 is for sale if anyone's looking for one. So the biggest thing is, like, if you're going to shoot foxes in a paddock, my big question is how far you're going to shoot them. Because as you've just seen, there's a huge price difference between this one and this one. Not so much these two, but definitely these two and this one, okay? And if you're going to shoot foxes at, you know, 50 metres, this one, and this one are all going to do the exact same job. If you're going to shoot foxes at 100 metres, these two are going to do the same job as this one. If you're going to shoot foxes at 200 metres, this one probably starts to fall down on that list of ones I'd recommend, but this one and this one are still going to do a great job. You're going to shoot foxes at 250, 300 metres, these two are still going to do it. If you want to stretch out to 400 metres, now I'm personally not good enough to shoot a fox at 400 metres, although I'm sure my record is about 1,823 metres at once. I just couldn't recover the fox, but I'm sure I got him. You're going to need something like this. And why I say that is because these two here and this one here, they all have different sensor technology, okay? And sensors are something I'm going to spend more time talking about in another video. We cover it off pretty heavily in the courses I run, the Introduction to Thermal Hunting. They are great courses for you to jump on. This one here has got a 384 17 micron sensor. This one here's got a 384 12 micron sensor, and this one here's got a 640 17 micron sensor. And there's a lot of technical terms I've just thrown in there. Basically, it works like this. The higher the first number, the more information the scope can receive, okay? The lower the second number, so 17 or 12, the better image retention it's going to have. So this is where it's important when it comes down to zoom. If you're going to zoom this device, it's going to lose its image quicker than this device, purely because this is a 12 micron and this is a 17 micron. And that has to do with how far the sensors are kind of apart from each other. But we're not getting into the technical side, okay? So if you want to zoom this one as opposed to this one having so much more information, being a 640 micron sensor as opposed to a 384 micron sensor, is going to have more information on the screen, so it's going to pixelate less as you extend that zoom out. That's really important when you want to stretch out a scope over 200 odd meters. I personally don't think if you're shooting rabbits or foxes out to 150 meters, this is going to do the job. It's going to work. And it's never going to get worse in quality, okay? These scopes are never going to get worse. Is better technology going to come along? Definitely. But will these get worse? No. Will you have FOMO? If you like recording and sticking stuff on YouTube, yeah, you will. And then I get people asking me, well, which brand is best? I don't know. Which brand is best? The brand I reckon is best is the brand of scope that does the job for you and what you want it to do within your budget considerations as well. I used to be a fanboy. Man, I was an ATN fanboy. I loved the ATN 4K, and then I bought a Mars 4, and then I'm no longer an ATN fanboy. So I became a Pulsar fanboy, the Trail 2, both in XP50s. Great scopes. And then I got a Ricoh. And I'm like, holy cow, these 12 micron sensors have got a heck of a technology about them. I actually prefer shooting with this one than this one, because in my range of 0 to 200 meters, I find this one holds clarity better than this one, even that's a 384, okay? So I like to use whatever's best for my purposes, and that's what I'd encourage you to do. Don't worry about the brand, worry about what is best for your purpose. Because that's what you need to use it for. Anyway, I am going to hope this has got something, you guys got something out of this. I'm going to do a bit more on this over the next few weeks. We'll talk a little bit more about sensor technology and environmental effects, and all that other type of stuff. But I wanted to give you just a quick overview to get your mind set when you want to buy a thermal scope. Don't be influenced by what people are posting on Facebook or what looks good, what you're watching, because it may not be what's right for you. Think about, what am I shooting? How far am I shooting it? And then what area am I shooting it? There are your 3 questions you need to answer to help you start to define which scope is best for you. We'll talk a little bit more in other videos about base magnification and all that other type of stuff, but I just wanted a bit of an introduction to it and a bit of a high level. Really came out of a conversation I've been having with a lot of people. Maybe we'll make a few less phone calls or a few more. I really don't mind. I love the phone calls. I love talking to people and helping them through their buying choice. Even if you don't buy from me, I'm more than happy to help you, point you in the right direction. I'm not here to shove something down your throat. Anyway, hang around. There's going to be a fair few bloopers because I got a lot of them, and I've had a few requests based off my last video to say, hey, where are the bloopers? So, yeah, have a laugh. Talk to you soon. Thanks, guys. G'day, guys. Ben here from Hunt the Night. I hope you liked my little bit of butchering of Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. It took me a little while to put that together. I had to call in some favours from some Hollywood studios. If I knew how to edit properly, I could edit this out, but I don't, so I'll start again. G'day guys, Ben here from Hunt the Night. Hope you like that little intro. Took me a little bit to chop it together, but kind of sets the pretext for what I want to have a chat to you about, which is stuff. I should think about this before I start speaking. All right, guys, it's Ben here from Hunt the Night. I sound a little dejected because this is take 3 and I will put these into the bloopers. But because I sound dejected, I'm going to start one more time and get this right. Okay, I figured out how to edit, so I don't need to start again. Yay me. Anyway, another consideration then is brand. Which brand do I buy? Does it matter? Is